Hey everybody! Hi! This is Brian with Creative. Hey, I haven't put a video in a while. I know some of you may have noticed that, and that's because I have been swamped making things. I have finally finished all of the wooden coasters for the fair. I think they look pretty good. Well, they're mostly finished. I've decided, how do you make it non-stick? This is how. Easy aligner. Select grip. Yeah, so I'm going to be putting some of this on the back of each one of these to make it so that they don't slide, because I've always found it annoying when you have a coaster and it slides. Behind me I've got the new cages being printed. I've redesigned the cages. They'll look, the stone cages. You won't see a tutorial on how to make this one specifically, but coming up I will have one on how to make like a bracelet or a ring or something based on, probably a ring based on the this design. This is called, I can never pronounce it if I wanted to, Voronoi. And this will be what the cage looks like an egg. I think that looks so much better, but it's so much harder to print. And these magnets on the bottoms, very difficult to get in. I think I broke just an unknown number of these. I think I broke 4. And then I'm printing 2 more of these tops because I think I may have broken 2 of these too. They're easy to break. Once they're put together, not so much. They're a little bit more strength because of the distribution throughout the whole thing, but when it's like this in half, because that's how the stone's going in, it's in half, they're pretty easy to bust. So I have got 2 more of those printing. I found that I'm still not where I need to be on spinners, which I haven't shown that video yet either, but I have a few here. Here's a pretty little one there that I designed, and then this one here I designed. I've got, it looks like right now 4 of these kind and 3 of these kind, but I do have 2 more printing over there and 2 more printing over there. So I'm hopeful that those will be successful. Last time I tried to print them last night over there, yeah, I had to clean out a bunch of filament from the printhead. It was bad. So I'm hoping that these will actually print. I've done some changes in my setup for them by changing the layer, the first layer stuff. Usually when a print fails, it's due to the first layer not sticking to the bed. That's problematic. And so then the whole thing comes up and then it moves, gets stuck to the head, melts. It just turns into a mess. But this video was just to give a little bitty update on that. But mainly, I wanted to talk to you today about subscriptions and why those are important. Subscribing is important because it opens up new features in YouTube. Right now, last I checked, I had 16 subscribers to the channel, and I'd love to have a lot more, a whole lot more actually. At 1,000 subscribers, I can start doing live video, mobile live video. I can do live video from here, but here isn't going to let me go out there and like fly the drone or anything live with it all. It also just opens more opportunities. If I already had 1,000 subscribers, I could do a live broadcast from the fair, which would be really awesome, but I can't do that. I'm not going to have 1,000 subscribers by that point, so I can't do a live broadcast from the fair, and that's fine. That's fine. However, if you know anyone who you think would be interested in this, please ask them to come to the channel and to subscribe. Subscriptions for not just me, but for everyone, open up opportunities. They allow us to know certain things like, hey, you really like what I'm doing. There's the like and then the not like, but this is an overall picture. Like, the whole world is in my hands sort of thing. Yeah, it's the overall picture that makes it so we can say, hey, yeah, you like what I'm doing here, you like the idea of it, let's go with it. For the like and don't like, that would tell me if you like that video or not. Hey, you made a video on these lame spinners, they are horrible, I don't like them. Or whatever you may not like, or you may say, oh, I love those spinners, those are amazing, and thanks for showing us how to do it out of cardboard too, or whatever. Even if you make it out of cardboard, though, you are going to have a bearing. You can't make a bearing out of cardboard, at least not that I know of, because cardboard isn't very cardboardy. And yet there's a lot of background noise around me right now, and that is because I do have all of these printers just chugging away right now. I've got 3 of the 4 going. I did finally get the AlphaWise U20 Plus in. When I got it, it was defective. Yeah. Beginner, no. Still have tickets open with them though, because yeah, no. I would do a review on it, an honest review, except I learned that you don't say bad things about people. You just try to, keep it to yourself. So, no review on GearBest or AlphaWise, because I don't have anything good to say. So, we won't do that. We'll move on from there. But I just wanted to check in base with you. I'm going to be doing some more videos. I'm also switching to a new... This one was done in Filmora. Wondershare Filmora. It's a really easy program. It would be awesome for doing videos if you're like your home videos or stuff like that. No, I'm not sponsored by them. I just use it and I like it. It's easy to use. But I've been trying to move over to Adobe Premiere and After Effects so I can do some fun little After Effects. I could probably try to toss some in here, but I'm just trying to get this video out. You'll see a lot of changes on the channel as it gets a lot more in-depth and flashy. It's going to get a lot more. It's going to get a lot more flashy. There's going to be some really cool stuff coming up as I get more into the After Effects and Adobe Premiere. I'm going to have a lot more stuff there. But one of the big problems I'm having with that is I just don't know how to record this like I am right now. I'm doing it through my laptop, not through my camera, which is right here. Or, yes, I know you all want to see this one. This one is back here. And it is a fun and cool camera that we will be doing the video through soon. And that is a 360-degree camera. Yes, this is the Samsung one. And this is the one I can do broadcast mobile on if I had the 1,000 subscribers. But this camera here is great. It does 360-degree video. I can do all kinds of stuff with it. We will have videos in 360-degree, and that will be just cool. Right now, I don't want to because I need to clean my office first. My little creative room here is creative overloaded. With all the stuff I've got going for the fair, I've got materials all over the place. I've got a pile of cut wood over there. I've got all my filaments and sprays and glues and everything over there. The floor is currently covered in little tear-offs from when I do this, where I've seemingly missed the trash can. Like this. It's not glasses. Oh my. Oh my. Look at that. Maybe it is glasses. It's not glasses though. This is a brim. A brim is what you use on a 3D print to help it stick to the bed a little bit more. Like I said, remember that the biggest problem with printing, 3D printing, is that first layer. And you really need it to stick. And some people might look at that and go, oh my god, what kind of huge brim did you print? A very huge brim. But you know what? It works really, really good. And this one was printed on Wally back here, actually, who's you might be able to see him moving back here. He's going ahead and he's printing away. He's got the brim already down, nice and firmly. And this printed up these here. You can see it just sort of fits right in the middle of that. Fits right in the center of this circle here. That is, that's what these are. And they're currently all over my floor. With some cables, more wood, more wood, more wood, maybe a little bit more wood. But I do have those, and I am very excited about that. I've gotten a few more things in. I have I'm going to be replacing these. As you recall, these are the other cages. These are done, and I thought they came out looking really, really good, although I did take the chains off them, which are behind me. But I thought they came out looking really great. Unfortunately, they're going to die because I can't get the stones out, because they're pretty solid. I'm also going to have to figure out how to get off this magnet, which really means that I'm going to have to kill it, crunch, kill it. So these are going to have to be replaced, but I do have the replacements right there, the ones I showed you here just a little bit ago. Those are going to be replacing those ones, even though those ones are all done, and it's like, well, you already finished it, why did you go back and change it? Because it's me, and unfortunately sometimes my creativity just gets the best of me, and I just keep on creating and creating and creating, and then I recreate, apparently. So these, however, will be the end result. One of the things I'm going to do here is, you can't really tell on these, even if I hold it way up there, you probably can't tell, but there's some little bitty lines, the layer lines, and this is really too small, or really sand. So I'm going to take some epoxy, and I'm going to paint it on. I got some little teeny tiny dowel rods and some clay, which I'll stick up at the top here, and so I can take a paintbrush with some epoxy that I mixed, 2-part epoxy, and just paint it on all the way around. That will increase the strength of this, as well as smooth it out. At which point then I can paint it, so it's not, sea green, because sea green isn't what I want to go for. I want to go for the silver, the gold, or the copper look. So I'm going to go ahead, and this will be, although I think I'll make them all probably silver, but this, or gold, silver, or gold, silver, or gold, I don't know, but we'll see. I'll show you this later, probably at the end of the one where we make the ring that's going to be in this style, which is all the little holes. The style is all those little holes all in there. So we will come back to that. But I did want to ask you, if you can, tell some friends, tell anyone you know, or you think might be interested in this, to join up and subscribe and become part of our adventure here in creativity. It's important to me. I would hope it'll help a lot if you do that. As far as also for any YouTube subscriber that you might, or YouTube channel you might like watching, subscribing to their channel does help them out. It always does help them out. Views are great, but subscribers, those are the people that really want to see what's going on. Those are the people that are going to watch all your videos. And I do this so that you can have this creative adventure with me. And I enjoy creating these things for you. I can create them all on my own. No one will ever see them other than the people that I either sell them to or give them to. But in the way I'm doing this is I'm trying to teach you how to do it, show you how to do it, and you get to go through the process of, hey, did it work or did it fail? You get to go through all the steps with me and see exactly how I do it, and then you can do it too. Maybe do your own creative things as well that are not ones that I've shown you, but maybe you take what I've gotten and change it some here or there. On an up note, though, I did receive the last of the parts I needed for the 3D printer tutorial, where I'm going to teach you how to make a 3D printer. This design is going to be my own design, and it's going to be probably, if everything works out right, which it should, it's going to be a pretty cool 3D printer. One you'll definitely want to try to do yourself. Like I said, this is one where there'll be a few parts you need to order, but otherwise everything will be from, like, in my case, probably Menards. That's where I got most everything. But and that's because I like them there. The manager here at the Menards near me, he's a great guy. He helped me a lot when I was having some frustrations. But yeah, a lot of it you can get there. Not all of it, but a lot. This is not going to be one of the ones that has the solid bar in the middle. This is going to be the poles. I've been debating between whether or not I want to do the solid bar or I want to do the poles. And at this point I don't really know for sure, but it's probably going to come up with the poles instead of the solid bar. Because the poles are cheaper, and I really don't want this to go too expensive for you all. So, half a dozen of one, half a dozen of the other, So we'll figure it out when I go to do it. I will have figured out the answer to that by then, if I want to go one way or the other. This one I want to be portable. I want it to be one that I can take around with me to fairs or to anywhere where I can just put down on the desk, open it up, and be ready to go. Well, level the bed and be ready to go. That would be optimal for me. I think that would be the best option. It won't be like one that can take a lot of travel roughage, but moving it around carefully would be fine. That's what I'm thinking of. There's a few questions I am working out in my head. In that one, though, we will not go through the actual design in Blender that I make it. I will show you an exploded view of the printer in Blender, most likely. Hey, here it is, all blown out. I'm going to try to use as few 3D printed parts as possible. If you know, some of the STL files will be available for those of you who have them. You should be able to also take those and send them to an online place if you want to get it that way. Or, if you know someone that does 3D printing, my site is not up yet, but it will be, and I will have it linked in the video down there when it gets up. I'll go back and update all the videos with it. But I'll probably have a kit on there, not with all the poles and stuff, just 3D printed parts. And it will not be expensive. It won't be expensive. It'll just be pretty much just to cover the materials and the shipping. Because creativity shouldn't be blocked out because you don't really have the money for it. So you can also probably do it out of wood. We'll see. I don't know. Wood. You're going to have to be really good with wood. You're going to have to be able to really, you'd have to be able to, you'd have to be a really good Dremel person to be able to do this in wood. But, hey, maybe you are. A drill. You could probably do it with a drill for some of the parts. Some of the mounts, saw. You have to be pretty good with a saw, file. You could probably do it in wood for a lot of these 3D printed parts. I would personally, I'm going to print them, not try to make them in wood, because I've got great woodworking stuff, but I'm not necessarily great at woodworking. So we will be hitting that one coming up as well. That one's still a couple of videos away, though, give or take, because that one's going to actually be multiple parts as I go through each step like I have been. I'm showing you how to do it and trying to make it as clear and concise as possible. I want you to be able to succeed at replicating what I do at home. Now, this is not for companies to take and say, hey, look, you made a 3D printer, I'm going to copy your design. No, that's not what it's for. This is for people, individuals, you all at home. That's why I'm doing this. That's why I'm doing all of this. I'm doing all of this for you all at home, not for Jane and Bob's company or 3D printing company or whatever laser engraving company. I'm not doing any of it for that. I'm doing this for you all to join this creative adventure. For me, they're a big company. They can figure out how to do their own things on their own. That's really not the goal. I want to make that really clear that this is not commercial use stuff. This is personal use. Yeah, anything I make on here, feel free to use it for personal use. Definitely. Replicate it, change it up, use what I've got. When I start posting some more stuff out there, for sure, personal use. I give you my permission to use it for personal use. There you go. Legalese. Well, at least I changed the tone of my voice. So, I'm going to go ahead and close this one up. I don't know how long I've been talking for now, but I'm sure it's probably been a little while. So, I'm going to go ahead and let you go. The next video you'll see is going to be on the Veroni ring and ravioli ring or Veronaloni ring. And that one's going to be sort of like 3D cage. You'll see them off in the background there, as well as some extremely large bracelets. I put them on my little chihuahua and called it Bling. He didn't like it, but I took it off. It was just that big. It was huge, and I don't have a huge chihuahua. It wasn't heavy. Everything printed is very light. I'm going to let you go. We'll see you in the next video, and until then, stay creative. This is Brian. Adios.